Here in northern Myanmar's Kachin state, thousands of displaced family members with no jobs cross regularly into China, hoping to earn money. Largely because of China's one-child policy that ended in 2015, there are more men than women in China, driving a demand for women and girls from neighboring countries to wed and bear children. Often, the most vulnerable are tricked. This woman, who wants to remain anonymous, says she was promised a job by a friend but was later drugged and held captive in China.
I've suffered and lived in terrible conditions. They were abusing me with sexual violence. I don't want to sleep with them, but they forced me, and I begged them to let me go, but he didn't listen, and he raped me until I became pregnant.
While some of the cases are clearly criminal, there are also transactions that start out as arranged marriages with promises of generous dowries. The Kachin Women's Association, a rights group, says some parents have good intentions but are unaware of the repercussions of arranged marriages that go sour.
I think many of the parents want their daughter to marry with a Chinese man because they think they will have a better life in China. They thought the Chinese government would take care of the Chinese citizens very well.
Seng job as a corn picker in China ended after the government tightened up border security. With the sudden loss of income, an arranged marriage of her 16-year-old daughter with a wealthy groom sounded good.
My daughter was still young and I didn't want her to get married at first, but the Chinese family said they'll take care of her. My relatives agreed that she'd have a better life, so I made the decision for my daughter to marry the Chinese man.
2 years later, after not being allowed to move freely or communicate, the daughter was permitted to return home for a visit, but stayed for good.
My friends keep asking me how it was to marry and live in China. Was it fun? Was I happy? I told them it's not fun. I'm very sad and disappointed to have gotten married.
As new fighting between the government and Kachin rebels has put peace negotiations and the region's stability on hold, observers say that trafficking crimes are expected to increase. Steve Sandford for VOA News.